Welcome back to Legal Research for Everyone. We're getting into some fun stuff now. In this video, I'll be showing you what a case looks like on Westlaw, and then we'll look a little more closely at one part of a case, the headnotes, which you should be familiar with from the print material. I'm going to keep these videos as short as I can. That's why I'm breaking this part up into multiple videos. So after this one, then we'll be looking at how to navigate around in a case, and then a little more detail about the headnotes and how they can help you, and so forth. So let's get to it. Here I've put the first page of a print case on the screen for you, and then I've put the first screen of the same case from Westlaw. And if you compare them side to side, you'll see the information is the same, it's organized the same, it's just the format is different because it's not a PDF of the exact format of the casebook. It has its own textual-based format. It has all the information, the caption, the judge, that it was affirmed, and so forth. Has the synopsis or syllabus, and then the headnotes start. The headnotes are where all the action takes place on Westlaw when researching cases, so let's take a closer look at those. Here we have headnote number 1 from the case, both in print and from Westlaw. Let's take a moment to review the parts of a headnote. I'm sure you remember that there are 4 parts to a headnote. Part 1 is the headnote number. This is headnote number 1. Part 2 is the topic name, and here that is criminal law. Part 3 is the key number. Here, that's 1134.81. So this is criminal law key number 1134.81. And the fourth part is the abstract or summary of that headnote. And it's here the Court of Appeal must construe a probation condition, etc., etc. Now let's look at the part from Westlaw. First, you see the gray line at the top of the headnotes, and it has the number 11. It's telling you there's 11 headnotes in this case. Over there on the right, you see that little box, and it says Change View. I'll be explaining that in a few minutes. Now, the headnote itself, you'll see, has both more and less information than the print version. First, it does have the headnote number 1. It does have the topic name, criminal law. It does have the abstract, the Court of Appeal must construe, etc. What it doesn't have is the key number. But what it has added is the word probation, which is the definition of the key number. I hope you remember what definitions of key numbers are, but they're just very, very, very short definitions of what that particular key number is about. And then below it, it's letting you know that there are 3 cases that have cited this case for something having to do with the material in headnote number 1. Let me show you how to find out what the key number is. I apologize for the quality of this picture, but I'll explain why in a moment. An easy way to get your key number is to hover your cursor over the definition here, probation, and then look down at the bottom of the screen in the yellow part, or in my computer it's a yellow part, and you can just make out the key number. That's really fast and really easy. The reason the picture is so lousy is because in order to take a screenshot, I would need to move the mouse. But if I move the cursor, then the yellow part at the bottom wouldn't show up. So in order to get this, I had to take a quick snapshot with my camera. But that's one fast way to see what the actual key number is to a headnote on Westlaw. Do you remember earlier that I pointed out the little box at the top under the gray line that says Change View? Here you see it on the old headnote number 1. Now, it doesn't say Change View on every single headnote. It's only at the top under the gray line. But if you click on that Change View, your screen will change, and this is what it will look like. So I've clicked on Change View, and you can see on the right the headnote has opened up and given me a lot more information. I'm not going to explain what all of that means at the moment. Let me show you another example and then I'll explain. Now this headnote actually has two key numbers. One is from the topic constitutional law and the other is from the topic sentencing and punishment. When I clicked Change View on the right, both topics opened up to reveal a lot more information. Here we can look at it a little more closely. The most important thing to remember is that it is the bottom line of each headnote opening that tells you the key number. In the constitutional law topic, the key number is 4732. The definition of that key number is conditions. In the sentencing and punishment topic, the key number is 1967 sub 2. The definition of that key number is validity. That's for helping you navigate around the digest and the key number system to find more cases, and we'll talk more about that later. Now, one thing I want you to remember is that it's only the number after the little k. The little k stands for key number. So, for example, in the constitutional law topic, the key number is not 92, it's 4732 because it's just the numbers after the little k. Now that we've looked at the headnotes, let's take a look at the information after the headnotes. Here you can see it is the same as is in the print version. It's the information about the attorneys for the case, it's the judge, and then when the word opinion appears, that's where the actual opinion starts. And first it tells you which judge wrote it, and then it goes on to show you the text of the opinion. Now we'll look more completely at an opinion in a future video, but I will have to go online and do that live rather than individual slides. So that's the end of this video, and just around the corner we'll look at a case live on Westlaw so I can show you how to maneuver around the case.